love drumming in me. You make me weak, baby, thirsty for release. Someone come compliment me. LSD.
So this is my outfit. It is really simple yet so cute. I plan on throwing a jacket over it in the case it gets cold, but as usual I have this pine green one, some cargo jeans, a striped shirt, my bag, this Baker Boy hat, full fit. I love it. Do you mind being on camera? I'm nervous, bro. I literally, like, what if they're like, ugh. Today I'm going on a date. And I'm excited for y'all to meet this person because I don't think y'all have ever met them before. Or maybe you have and you just didn't know the significance that they held in my life. I've known them for all my life. We're finally deciding to, you know, test things out, test the waters. This is her. I'm going on a date by myself. Look at that! I'm like that. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Fresh Dew if you're new here. If you haven't caught on yet, the whole concept of this video is that I'm taking myself on a date. I don't have anyone that I'm currently with, talking to a couple people. But I've constantly had this mind battle for the past couple months as to if I need to be in a relationship, if I don't need to be in a relationship. Fun fact, I actually, in the eyes of my parents, no matter how old I am, I'm not old enough, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. My problem at hand actually isn't being single, it's figuring out how to love myself and grow my relationship with God in this whole process, because that is actually what I'm prioritizing right now. Me trying to be okay with where I am in life and embracing it, because this is a really like good stage to be in actually. I'm basically gonna dedicate this whole video to me. I'm not hanging out with anyone but myself, but I'm gonna treat myself like I should be treated 24/7. Period. So I'm gonna take myself to Atlanta a little bit and just bring you guys along. I'm excited. First I need to poop because that's self-care too. Got down here and they're telling me the escalators are out of service. Then what the heck am I supposed to use? Am I just supposed to teleport downstairs? I'm so confused. I don't know, and I still don't know. I have never understood. So now I'm in, I believe, Midtown. I came here before with Yana, and right now it says I'm 6 minutes from the museum, so I'm gonna see you guys when I get there. This date with myself, I mean, yeah, it's cute and all, but I should have just done something I was more normalized with, because this just stressed me out.
Sometimes I get anxious. In my head, I'm convinced I'm always being looked at. And I'm always looking at myself too. It's like I'm only ever showing who I am when I'm on my own. I wish confidence was more consistent. I think a lot about what it must feel like to wake up every day showing oneself. Because my morning routine consists of me convincing myself I'm worth it. Hardly convinced. It's funny how uncomfortable we can feel inside the bodies we've known our entire lives. It's unnatural to be ashamed of the way I was made to be. So I've been making an effort to face mirrors more often. Now I know enough to know I don't have to try to be beautiful. Because I am.
This is beautiful.
I've got small ears and a lazy
This is
eye.
so beautiful.
I broad
Literally,
forehead
like
and
someone sat and intricately
I didn't have a
stitched
say in
each
how
and
it
every
was
single
made,
one
but
of
I'm
these.
beginning to
That is so
understand
gorgeous.
What do you see?
I see 2 lions in one person and a lamb.
The scenario obviously is
The person is being,
being attacked by the lion
yeah,
because he's defending
his lamb.
his lamb. Why is he defending the lamb?
Because it's important to him. I mean,
Why?
I feel like it has a spiritual reference, as in like, this is Jesus, we're his lamb, protecting us.
Okay, all right with this.
That's the meaning I would derive from it, because we're significant.
Okay, but still, he loves them the way he loves us. You wouldn't have to do this, right?
I don't think he loves something that's harming us. So say this was exemplified as us and Jesus and the devil. I don't think he would want something that constantly is trying to harm us to be befriended by us. Oh my gosh, I didn't even see the other part. What in the world? You got me stuck on this one sculpture?
Most people are gonna want to give rational answers. Well, why don't you just try being yourself? Why don't you just text them back and just see what happens? Like, these are rational answers to an irrational problem, so they don't help at all. They just make me feel even more irrational. Like I'm bugging, I'm crazy or something.
It's just been annoying. I'm trying to enjoy time by myself, but I feel this constant urge to be with someone, whether it be a friend or a significant other. I'm not completely content with being alone for long periods of time. I'm not sure why. I'm like, why am I not content with making these memories by myself? Why must I fill it in with someone else? That's currently how I feel. It's just a really weird feeling, like, I don't know. I learned something in my communications class where they spoke on the importance of human interaction and its effect on mental health. People desire emotional connections with people. And for me, I'm very like touchy. I want to see people, touch people. So trying to reconnect with me is very difficult because social media exists. And in our age of social media, everything is broadcasted, and if it's not broadcasted, did you do it? I'm trying to break out of that mentality because there's a lot of things I do. Whether or not social media sees it, I'm still doing it. I'm just like growing, trying to understand me. That was a little brain dump. Do as you wish with that. I found a place nearby called Einstein, so
I left Sabina years ago when I was just a child, haunted until still I got away, but only yesterday I realized that somehow I'd return. A road is in the distance, but too far away to catch. I only love to see when I'm ashore. How much of that is me? How much just memories of something someone told me long ago?
every time I come on this escalator, it starts shaking. There's no need for all this rah-rah. My train just left. My train just freaking left, bro. So I've missed 4 trains. And I'm finally taking the red train to Peachtree Center Transit. It's kind of weird to like navigate everything on my own. Like I said, this is my 2nd time on here. I'm trying not to be weird about it, but this is weird.
You can call me dear, dear. Standing in your headlights, but I don't wanna be here.
What are our thoughts? Wow, this first date is moving pretty fast. We're already building forts and shiz. Maybe next time you can meet the parents. How do you feel about that? This is actually when I get to wind down and just kind of talk with you. So while I do that, I'm just gonna do my nails because self-care. And I already had these and I don't feel like spending money anymore today. So that's what I'm gonna do while I talk about something that has been on my mind lately actually, and also just talk about how I've been feeling lately. Something I feel like our society has glorified lately is the mindset on not being happy and it being trendy. Quirky, sad lifestyle, like being the depressed best friend. TikToks being like a day in the life of being the toxic boyfriend. Basically just glorifying the complete opposite of what used to be glorified. So I feel like back in the day, what was glorified was a perfect life, and now what's being glorified is a sad and pessimistic life. So anytime someone tries to show anything that is not a pessimistic life, like someone who's genuinely happy, people kind of like put this main character ideology to them. And in my opinion, both extremes are very dangerous. But what I'm trying to reinforce here is it's okay to be happy. I wish people would say that more. Like, it's okay to genuinely be happy, confident, proud in your own skin, whether you're alone or whether you're with someone. I feel like we all deserve the entirety of our lives to find out what it means to be happy, to be on a constant chase after happiness rather than being content with not being happy or being content with things going south, because I feel like a life lived like that is not a life worth living. I'm not saying go jump off a bridge. I'm saying do the opposite. Like, figure out what is causing those problems, figure out what is putting you in that predicament or mindset, and do something about it. Change your situation in the best way that you can. I'm not gonna live a life where at the end of it all I look back and I'm like, I'm not jealous of it. That's the analogy that I constantly like to use. I want to be jealous of my own life and my life only, not of someone else's life. Social media shows a lot of highlight reels. Even my life on social media is my highlight reel. I use it as a way of art and as a way of portraying what I want to go back and look on. I always say this joke, but like, my life on social media is for the grandkids. I use that joke. I'm like, I'm doing it for the grandkids so I can tell them stories. It's all for the grandkids, and that's genuinely how I portray like my life on social media. It's kind of a joke, but like, that's me reinforcing the fact that I do it with positive intent. But I know there's a lot of people that do it with intent of making others envy them. Finding internal happiness is something that you should constantly chase after. I know there's no destination. I know there's no end time, like where we're like, oh, perfect. It's something that we should never give up on. Something that I've been feeling a lot lately, and I've actually talked to my friends about this, is how I am never satisfied with what I do. And I don't want to say it's who I am because I don't like it and I'm gonna change it. That's not who I am. That's a characteristic in me currently that I don't like, that I'm willing to work towards changing. But basically, I don't like how much pressure I put on myself. Haven't you complained about this before? Yes. I'm still going through this. It just comes and goes in waves. The best way to put it is that like, I separate myself. My mind is one and my body is another. My mind is constantly working, and my body is like, slow down and appreciate what I've done. And my mind is like, no, you need to do more, you need to do more. My body's like, I just did something, like, thank me for that. And I'm like, no, you need to do more. When I get an off day, that pressure to be working constantly sits in my head. Like today, for example, I have no assignments, we're on winter break. I have minimal work for my business to do. I was so confused because I wasn't in my regular swing of working, so I just felt unfulfilled. It's a constant battle between my mind and my body, trying to figure out a middle ground of when I've done enough. I've been trying to ground myself, that childlike zeal that I used to have when I was young. I just want to be content in everything that I am, everything I do. The reason I've been open more about this type of stuff and like how I think in my videos is because I feel like there's not a lot of people that I can look to listen to that feel the same way that I feel. And because of that, I refrained from putting out content like this because I was like, no one's gonna care about this. But I'm starting to put out content that I would want to see. It's not for you anymore. As weird as that says, the content I put out is not necessarily for you. It's kind of for me, in hopes that you enjoy what I enjoy. And if you do, I appreciate that. But if you don't, like, that's cool. I just want authentic and genuine people in my community. So if you don't, like, that's fine. I need to learn more about myself. The older I get, the more I realize I'm stuck with myself for the rest of my life. So it's important to get buddy with old me. Hey Siri, play Growing Young by Miles Carter.
scratch part of a short adulthood, wishing I was a kid again. Since 18, I've wanted to be 12 because life was better then. I remember summers feeling warm, not just outside, but how I felt inside. I felt warmth. And love felt like something to fall helplessly in, and every day demanded a new adventure because we had all the time in the world. And that time is what I miss most.